Hey everybody, it's Samantha from Samantha's Designs. Today we're going to make this cute witch hat. It is a shaker and a card. All the elements I made on my Cricut Explore. I have the white cardstock, what's the inside of the card, some acetate. The striped green that you see, that is Echo Park's dot stripe foil. I have the cutout of the witch hat, which is going to make the shaker element section. And then just some regular black cardstock that's going to make the basic part of the card. This is my first voiceover, everyone, so bear with me. It is all new to me. So we'll keep trying to see how this works. Okay, first I got the white part that's going to be the inside. I'm going to put that down on this black piece with a little bit of tape runner. Very easy peasy, not much to it. This little witch hat was so cute and so fun to make, and as soon as I saw that Echo Park paper, I knew this would be used for a Halloween project. So I'm so glad I picked this up over the summer when I could get it on sale. So like I said, that's going to be the inside where you can write a little message. It's not a lot of room, but it's enough room. One of the things I will tell you about when I did this is that one side of the hat is a little bit longer than the other, so you have to make sure that you're lining everything up correctly, that you're not getting things, the hat turned around, because I did that on a piece of acetate the first time I tried to make it, and I ruined it. I couldn't use the acetate. I was really bummed. Okay, so this is going to be the inside portion of the shaker. I'm putting the paper there so you can see through it to the shaker portion. And then this is Cricut acetate. It doesn't come with a protective film over it, so you'll see me struggling here a little bit trying to get that off with my tweezers and whatever I can do to get it to come off. Sometimes I can do it no problem, other times it's a pain. But that one came out relatively well. Okay, so this does come with a backing on both sides, so I was just checking to make sure I didn't have any more. Again, checking to make sure I got everything going the correct direction so I won't have a problem later, because like I said, I did that. It was not fun, people. Okay, so here I'm going to use a little bit of score tape, some really strong double-sided adhesive, because I want to make sure this acetate adheres really well to this portion, this little cutout, which is going to hold all the shaker elements. I think this is the 1/8 of an inch. But whatever you use that you find is really good, strong adhesive would be perfect for this. So guys, what are you doing for Halloween? What kind of projects are you working on? These will probably go to coworkers with a little, some treats or something, just to say Happy Halloween as the day gets closer. But what are you making for this season? Halloween's not your thing. How about for fall and then, of course, Christmas? What are your plans this year? I am also going to try to link down below in the description, if I can figure out how to do it again, my Cricut mat for making these so that you'll have it. Okay, now comes the next fun part, is just making sure that burnish all this down so the tape is stuck really well, and then start peeling off the backers of the double-sided tape. I made about, I think, total of 8 of these, because that's how many I could get out of my piece of paper. But I also have some witch boots that I'm making as well. Again, they're kind of small. I try to keep it small enough that whatever I do fits into a regular A2 size envelope, in case I want to just maybe do it a little differently and just put it in an envelope to hand it out along with some goodies. So this is my first voiceover. I don't know if I've mentioned that. So I'm not sure this is something I'm really comfortable with doing, or that I'll even do this again. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get better at it as time goes on. I'm starting to get a little bit better here and there with the photo editing. I mean the video editing. So maybe this will become something that's going to work out for me as well. I don't know. One can only hope. Okay, I almost got it. Last, I think this is the last piece. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to stick this to the acetate. I didn't think there's enough tape at the end, so I also put a little tape right there as well. And if you've ever used score tape, you know how sticky it is. So I was just trying to find the best way to make sure this is lined up as best as it can be before I, really put that into place. Okay, now you got to build the borders for your shaker, guys. I know all of you know how to do this. What I am using is something of my own making because I kept seeing people with these skinny strips of foam adhesive for things like this. And I was like, it's great, but price point was not where I really wanted it to be. So what I came up with is I bought craft foam that has adhesive on one side. And then I have some double-sided tape that's like 4 inches, 5 inches wide, 6 inches, somewhere in there. And I put it on the other side, and I use my guillotine trimmer, and I cut it into these skinny strips. The nice thing about the skinny strips is that if you take the backing off of both sides, it bends really well. So it really makes it easier to make this kind of project where you are building a well and it's maybe the border is not very thick. So this really makes it so much easier, guys. I can't stress that enough. So if you'll see me here, I'm going to go around that corner and it just bends like a dream. I'm really, really glad I tried this. It was an idea. I don't think I saw it anywhere else. I think I actually came out with it myself. I may be wrong. I'm sure somebody else thought of this too, but it works very well. So when I'm doing this size, I didn't measure how long my strips are. They're probably maybe 4 or so inches, but it takes about 3 of these to go all the way around the border of the witch hat. And you have a little bit to spare. This stuff also, just like the score tape, is super sticky, which is good, but sometimes can be a pain when you're trying to get it to lay down. Yeah, so you have to cut this piece just a little bit. It's just a bit too long. Okay. Now it's time for the good shaker bits. So one of the things with these particular sequins that I believe I bought from Michael's, they're super staticky. So I'm going to put a little bit of my anti-static powder tool on the inside of the acetate. Now when you see them up close, you can kind of see there's like a little film on the acetate, and I probably okay, guys, it stopped on me a little bit. So we're going to add the little shaker elements, which are some black and orange sequins. There are 3 sizes. Got them from Michael's. And I don't have those cute little spoons that people use. So I use the end of my bone folder. And this became a little bit of a nightmare because I wasn't really good at directing where my sequins went, so I kept having to move them. And like I said, they're super staticky. So then when I would get them on my finger and get it off, it was so annoying, guys. It was so annoying. And you see me throw it down, just trying to get it off of me, thinking that's going to break the static, and it doesn't, people. It really doesn't. And then I had a few of the bigger ones that 2 of them were sticking together and they wouldn't come off. I'm just trying anything just to get these dang sequins in here. This, just tough. But I struggled through it. It was all good. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of orange. I I think these turned out really, really cute, guys. I just enjoyed it. It doesn't take many sequins at all. I mean, I bought those sequins thinking I would probably use a good portion of it, but this shaker section is so little, it doesn't take much. And I'm in here playing with one while I'm talking to you, so sorry I'm beating. Because all my work, and I've still got sequins that are just sticking where I don't want them to stick. And then other places, no worries. Okay, so now I've added on my next black piece with the green, and there's the shaker portion. So cute. You see me flicking it and hitting it, because also it wants to stick to the sides where there's the foam tape. But it's still, there's some shaking going on there, so I'm happy with that. And then the last part, I just have to put these two elements together, and that makes the card. I'm just trying to get things out of the way. Okay, so what I decided to do was bring in my scoreboard, and at the very top of the witch's hat, I'm going to score just a little bit. Really, in the end, my cardstock was thin enough. I really didn't even have to score it. I could have just bent it, and I think that's what I did when I did the rest of them. I didn't score it. I just bent it where I wanted it to bend. And then going to put some glue just on that tip of the hat. So that way, when you open it, it's not like a traditional card. It's more of a hinge. And then the white section, of course, is where you can write any kind of greeting that you want. Happy Halloween, or wishing you a happy Halloween, or I don't know. Whatever punny thing somebody might want to come up with. I'm sure there's good ones out there. So I'm going to use my Elmer's Craft Bond glue. Love that glue. Things stick really well. Good price point. Love that stuff. Gonna set that right up there. And then what I ended up doing, I think on this one I used my tweezers to hold together. That did not work, because then it just pinches it and leaves a little crease. I didn't like that. I ended up taking that off. But later with the rest of them, I just used an acrylic block. And then this is it all dry, shaking, shaking, shaking. I'm going to open it up so you can see it hinges open. Works perfectly. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Please, if you would like this, give me a thumbs up. Leave comments down below. Subscribe. Would love to have you. Thank you so much, and have a good evening. I'll be sharing more soon. Bye.